Hey guys, happy pre-Friday. Thursdays are pre-Friday. That's what we call them around here. Pre-Friday. I wanted to, I had so many questions about the PI story that I posted today. And so I need to clear some things up for you guys about this PI story. And I didn't know what else. It asks you for a title for the Instagram or for the live. And you're like, I don't know what to call it. So we're going to talk about, the PI story. So funny. I want to do some makeup too. So I'm going to, yes, happy Friday Eve. Pre-Friday, whatever. I'm gonna do some makeup and I want to show you guys some of my funny little tricks. And so I'm just gonna pin the phone number here also. So if you guys want to text me, someone asked me today, they said, is this really you or is it a robot? And I'm like, no girl, it's really me. So if you need to get a hold of me, you want to reach out, you want to text me, you want to get some makeup, whatever the case is, just text me there, send me a message, do whatever you want. I'm not your mama. But anyways, I'm here to hopefully help solve some of your makeup and beauty questions or whatever. I hope it works. Is it still working? Yes, it's still working. Oh my gosh, Cassie, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. It's really her. She messaged me today. I'm telling you, I promise it's not a robot. There is no artificial intelligence in the world that I would trust to color match or talk to my, I don't trust it. No, ma'am. Hey, you guys, Nail Junkie 615 who just commented, hey, she's the one who does these, custom press-ons. So if you want customs, literally go see her. Any size, any shape, any color, any design, any whatever, just brain dump them to her and she will hook you up. These are so freaking cool. So if you just want to, hit her up, she'll give you some press-ons. They're amazing. Oh, you're in Tampa. Hi. Oh, thank you. These are Lashify. If you want the Lashify link, just let me know. And I'll send you the Lashify link. The discount link or whatever. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, Raina. So yeah, so let's talk about it. So first, if you're new here, my name is Mackenzie. I'm a private investigator, but I'm also a saint, makeup artist, makeup slinger. I call myself a makeup artist, although I'm not professionally trained. I have been doing makeup for over 12 years. So some people are like, don't call yourself a makeup artist, but listen, art is art, whatever. So anyways, oh, you're in Orlando. That's close to me too. Okay, I'll get you that Lashify link. So anyways, while I do some makeup, I'll walk you through what brushes I use and the colors that I'm using so that you kind of get the idea of what's going on here. I know it can be a little bit confusing to try something new, especially with makeup. So anyways, so that PI story that I posted today, right? So many people are like, wait, so what happened? Hey, Shannon, what happened? Oh, in Ohio. Hi, in Ohio. You got it. I'll send you the Lashify link. Boston. Oh, you guys are everywhere. Okay. So anyway, so I'm doing surveillance on this lady. It was just for a workers' comp, auto accident. It was a liability case. I don't remember if it was workers' comp or it was one of those ones where they say, I can never work again. My neck is all broken or whatever. Right. And so it's these people are saying that they're injured and they may or may not be. It's not my job to determine that. Hey, Janice. But, another Floridian, Michigan from the OC. Hi, Amanda. Hi. Oh, you just listened to the dog. You guys, if you have not heard my podcast, it's called The Dating Detectives. Go listen to it. The mom with the son, you guys, holy crap. Anyway, so it was this case that I was working where this lady was saying she could never work again, her neck, my back, whatever, right? Janice, just, type the word match and it'll send you a link to get, a color match. You just send me a picture and I color match you. It's that easy. The Ozempic. I just lost, I was at 230 and now I'm at 180. So 50 pounds. And I started, so it's probably been 6 months, I guess. So it's helping me a whole lot. It really, really does help. Oh, that was a funny story. Janice, type the word match. like comment your, like type the word match in your comment. And then I have it set up to send you the link to my color match, but you can also you can just text the number I pinned here too. So anyways, I'm on the weight loss shot. You guys, for someone who has ADHD, I'm keeping up pretty darn well. But anyways, I'll carry on. I lost 5 pounds. Good for you. Oh, well, there's your thumbs up. This is the color Sandy that I'm using. This is a cream makeup palette. So this is like all in one, customizable, like customized to you. I will color match you. And I kind of want to show you how you use this makeup really lightly. It's not super heavy or anything. And you just kind of dust this on kind of like a powder. And you can see that it's like kind of color correcting. It's canceling out a lot of those pink tones. So if you need color correction, I always recommend like trying your main shades first. And then if you need further correction, I can help you determine like what else you need to add for those specific areas. But anyways, this makeup is really cool. It's a one compact system. Everything's in one, and that's what makes it kind of, you know, unique and special. Anyway, so the lady I was doing surveillance on for that story I posted today, she says, I can never work again. I'm so injured from whatever it was. And so the story like wasn't even interesting. Like her surveillance wasn't even interesting. It was just like, you know, I was just documenting what she did. She didn't do anything crazy. But I go to the school pickup line. There's no baby in my car. There's no kid in my car. And I am a drop off and pick up mom. So like I'm in the drop off and pick up line literally every day. And that's what they do. Like the Paw Patrol kids with the orange sash, and they come to the door and they like, you know, pull it open and the kid gets out or whatever. And so, that's like, it's exactly like that. So I was like, I'm familiar with this, like this is how it works. So I made sure to lock my doors, and I was like, she's not going to be in this line long. And somebody said, well, you could just pull over and like watch her. No, I couldn't. Your application is so hectic. I'm getting anxiety. It's just a brush, and you just kind of dust it all over. There's like a powder, kind of dust it like a powder. It's just one color so far. There's nothing hectic yet. Not yet. I'm gonna show you hectic in a second, but it's crazy. It turns out good. Anyway, so there was no way to like sit outside the parking lot and watch her, because then if she had pulled out, I wouldn't have been able to follow her right away. I could have lost her. So I was like, I'm just going to stay right behind her in the school line, right? So that's exactly like what I did. And yeah, it didn't. So she drops the kid off, and there's no, I forgot about you. Oh, well, way to make, don't show me hectic. I forgot about you. That's a great compliment. Thank you, I think. Anyway, so I go through the drop-off line, or the drop-off line. It was in the morning, and then in the afternoon with the pickup line, and the next morning, and that little girl, she was on it. Like, she knew that I did not belong there. And so little Miss Nancy Drew, I need to hire her to be like an intern. Okay, so anyways, the very first color I'm using, this is Sandy. You can see I'm kind of running out a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll take this color and I'll put it on a pan on my stove. And you can just like, because these are cream, you can melt them down, and like it'll bring all of the sides to the middle. So you never, like, you get every inch, every drop of your makeup you have access to. It's kind of cool. Oh, Amber, I was like, thank you for forgetting about me. It made me feel so special. Can you review the Buff Brush, Bright Brush, and Blur Brush? Yes, I can. Oh, yay. So yeah, when you get a color match, so you just send me a picture in natural light, and then I just look at your picture, match you to your shades, and then I send you a email and a text with all of your colors in it. What happens after I wrote match? So Janice, I have it set up, which I'm so proud of myself, because I don't trust artificial intelligence or like automations, but I set up this automation so that, because the customers were saying it's taken you so long to respond, because I get like hundreds of messages. And so when you type the word match here, I have it set up so that my color match link goes directly to you. But yeah, you can send me a DM also. Like you don't have to use a code word. It just makes it easier if you're like, It'll automatically send you the color match. And then when you send the, when you click on my color match link, it'll take you directly to my color match form. You submit it. And then whenever it sends it to me, it says, hey, this person wants a color match. And then I pull up your picture, I click the buttons, and then it creates this really nice text and email, and it sends it back to you. And so you have all of your colors like forever and ever. And then from there, we can just like, once you text me, like, then you're my best friend forever. Like, now we're friends. So now we're connected. Thank you. Did you see, the person I was talking about, Nail Junkie 615? She does these. Oh, thank you, Amy. You're in Canada. How cool. It's, you guys, so right now Saint is in the US and Canada, but we'll be expanding globally over the next year. So we're talking UK, we're talking Australia and Mexico. So freaking excited. Anyways, okay. What I was saying was, because this is cream makeup, you think you need to like dig into it and like, you know, apply it like a liquid, but you don't. If you sweep into your cream makeup like it's a powder, see how I'm just sweeping with my brush and sweeping on my skin, it just applies really lightly. See how you can still see my skin, but it's a much more even skin tone. This is the Shape brush. This one's a little bit more round on the end, still a little bit fluffy. Yes, actually, that's a good question, Jenna. I typically use a lighter shade in the winter and a darker shade in the summer. So you can totally shade up. These shades are only $16. So if you want to add a shade as you start to get a little bit more tan, it's $16 and you just like pop it into your palette. So super easy. So I'm using Sandy. This is a main shade for me. If I wear a heavier application and this color's a little bit darker, I might use this color Amber, which I'll show you. Sweep into it lightly. You don't need a whole bunch. These last forever. And I might do the lighter shade down here on my jaw, like my beard area, to blend in with my neck a little better. So many people can wear multiple different shades. This makeup, a lot of people think is complicated because it's new, but actually it is literally the easiest makeup you will ever use in your life. Like there's no other, once you do it a time or two, you're like, oh man, like, where have I been all my life? Hi, Shannon. Filter on. Yeah, the makeup there's no filter here. I don't use filters. You won't catch me using a damn filter. I don't like filters. I feel like I think filters are fun to use, but as someone who sells makeup, I want people to actually see like what it actually looks like on actual skin. And so I prefer not to use filters. I know some people do, but I don't. I'm using the smaller end of this brush to sweep into my concealer shade. We call this a brightening highlight. And what this does is this is going to add brightness right here in the center of my face. I know you're going a mile a minute, but can you talk about the different brushes? Yes, Katie, I sure can. I'm not a sweep it type girly, and I definitely bend the bristles, but I'm trying. Oh, Amanda, that's so nice. That's so nice if you do that for her. Okay, so I'm sweeping this color into like my T-zone, right? Because this is where I want it to be the brightest. Because what happens is when you use these bright colors, you're basically you're creating illusions, right? So I'm giving the illusion that like this is lifted. So we're pretending that I'm not almost 40 and that my face is going up instead of down. So Katie, when it comes to the brushes, I'll show you. There's so many different brushes that you can use. I'm using one that's a little bit more fluffy. So this one's going to be a little bit more light coverage. So think fluffy, light coverage. So when you think fluffy, the bristles are, they're easy to bend. They're a little bit more bendy and flowy. And those are going to be like, consider them like fingers, right? And if they're easy to bend and flow, then they're going to be it's going to be a more sheer coverage, because as you spread something out, if you spread something out, it's going to get more sheer, right? So try to think of that in the same way with your makeup. If you use something like the Buff brush, like Katie's talking about, the Buff brush is very dense. These bristles are not very bendy. They're very tightly packed. They stick together like glue. Like these are like best friends. You can't separate them. They're not fluffy. And if they're tight like that, and when you go to move your finger over it, it's not very fluffy, that's because it's not meant to. So whenever you use a tightly packed, dense brush like this, you're going to get a more full coverage look because you're pressing the pigment in. So anybody with textured skin or mature skin, lines, wrinkles, pores, things like that, I like to use a dense brush in that area and press the makeup in, and it just melts in. It doesn't crease or cake or anything. I just like how it applies a little bit better. And then when there's areas where you want a little bit lighter, no, Instagram does that. Instagram be changing my voice all the live long day. I don't understand. It's not me. It sounds like I'm going through puberty probably. Anyway, so whenever your brushes, whenever you're considering your brushes, consider the level of coverage that you want, and then use a brush based on that. So like if you want super light coverage, you're going to use a very fluffy brush, because we only use the tips, right? And these tips are really, really fluffy. So they come apart easily. And we never want to do this on our face, right? We never want to mash our brush. So if you just use the tips and it's kind of like spreading, you're going to get a much more sheer coverage. So fluffier brush means lighter, like more sheer coverage. So anyways, I just use my main foundation shade kind of all over, and I'm dusting it like a powder. If you treat your creams like a powder, they will apply flawlessly. And then the small end of the shape brush, another fluffy brush. So I sweep here. Now I'm going to add my contour. And you would think that, I don't know, Amy, it's really weird. So many people say that. It's dying. What PI story has the overweight guy? Oh, Shannon, I was wearing a blue and orange tie-dye shirt. So I think it's like 2 or 3 stories back, maybe episode like 73 or something like that. I don't remember if it was titled PI Stories I Can Legally Tell You, but it was an orange and blue tie-dye shirt. And there was 2 orange and blue tie-dye shirts. So there's 2 different ones with that. So just, you'll find it. Anyway, so now I'm going to do my contour. And this is where people think it gets really, really scary. And they're like, oh, contour. I'm so scared. Ooh, right? Listen, we need to talk about this. If you take a small fluffy brush like this, right? Is your natural hair wavy? No, it's this. This is what it is. This is just drying with no, like, just air drying. It's not even wavy. It's crimpy and freaking weird. It's gross. Anyways, so I'm taking my brush and I'm sweeping it into my contour, right? So I'm basically sweeping the tips of my bristles onto my contour. I'm going to use this. Finish the story. The story is finished. Nothing else happened. I got pulled over by the school resource officer because the vigilant Nancy Drew 10-year-old Paw Patrol girl with the orange sash, and I had to finally, like, they had to call a bunch of people, and they had to call and verify my license and all this, my PI license. And then they finally let me go, but it was a doozy. But the lady didn't, like, the lady I was doing surveillance on, like, there was nothing crazy. Like, no, it was just, I followed her to do what she did, and she clearly was not injured, but that's not for me to determine. But anyways, I just turned it in and that was it. So the funny part of that story was actually, like, pulling into the school pickup line, no kid in my car, and the girl, like, basically, like, calling my bluff, and she was like, miss, like, it was legit. So anyways, you sweep your a brush like this. It doesn't have to be super intense, and you see it, you just kind of sweep it right there in that where you want there to be a shadow, and then I kind of come up along my hairline. So this kind of helps to create the appearance of dimension and shape on your face. And you can see it's not super scary. And because it's a cool tone, it mimics those shadows, right? So it doesn't have to be super, super heavy. Kids will always eat you out. Girl! Rat you out. Kids will always rat you out. I had to think about it. I was like, wait, what is she trying to say? It's a family show. Okay, so sweeping into my contour, I want you to see, look at the difference. Do you see how it's kind of chiseled and it looks like a shadow? And then on this side, it's a little bit more round, like it looks a little bit more chubby, right? So here I'm just lightly sweeping here, and I'm just kind of sweeping it along my hairline. So this is like, the contour is just the way that we are enhancing or creating shadows. Y'all stop. She meant to say rat you out, and I should not have read that out loud. That's gonna, yeah, it's gonna bite me in the ass. Okay. So anyways, we're just sweeping on our contour. See how it's not scary? And this isn't even blended, okay? Like we're not even done. And you can apply as much or as little as you want. I prefer the look of actually wearing makeup. Some people are like, I don't want it to look like I'm wearing any makeup. And that's fine. I like it to look like I'm wearing makeup. So I don't mind a little bit of a heavier contour, but you notice it's heavier, but I'm not using a heavy hand or a heavy amount. It's not caked on. You can still see my skin, right? Okay. So now that I have my contour and I'm kind of creating this look, you see what I mean? Like it gives you a really beautiful chiseled look. Thank you, Cassie. How much would a starter pack cost? So you actually, this is customizable. These are customizable palettes. So you only buy the shades you want and each shade is $16. If you're someone who's like, okay, I just want to start small. I don't want nothing crazy. I just want to kind of get a feel for it. I recommend getting one of the pre-made collections. You don't have to buy a collection of anything. They're $16 a piece and you can just buy 1, 2, 3, 100, however many you want shades, right? This one is a pre-made collection. It has a foundation, a concealer, a contour, and a blush. So basically this plus blush. And this and the palette and a 3D brush like this one, which you can do your whole face with. This is $107 in the US. And so I feel like if you're just starting out and you're like, I just want to get a feel for it first, $100, like just get this one. That's how I would recommend starting. But then if you want to grow and like add more to your collection later, when you add, when you buy more colors, like, okay, now I want to explore with bronzer and eyeshadow and all that. When you add makeup to your cart, you start getting credits toward a palette. So then you don't have to even pay full price for the palette. But it's really cool because literally everything is individually purchased, shade by shade, product by product, and you only buy what you want when you want it. And that's what makes it really affordable, really easy. And if you buy, like, if you're someone who wants to replace your entire makeup bag all at once, you might spend a little bit more, but then that's it. Like, then everything's all together and then everything's, you know, at one time. And so for some people, I've heard some people say, it's expensive. Well, yeah, if you like order literally everything under the sun at one time. But imagine if you get, yeah. So Shelly, when I color match you, I give you a main foundation shade, which is one that matches your skin tone, which is the main highlight. And then a brightening highlight, which is like the contrast to the, like your T-zone, just to kind of brighten that area. Is there a trick to opening the 10s? Oh my gosh! Did you everybody's dug their nail into it once or twice. If you take your 10, so your makeup comes like this. It comes in these little magnetic 10s with these really pretty covers. And if you put tape on the bottom of this and open it like a drawer, you will never get your fingernail stuck in it. But this is how they come. They're individual. And then your little palettes just come individual as well. And so then you just open your palette. And you open your little magnetic 10 and it literally just magnetizes right into your palette. And then you just organize it however you want. This one is an 8 palette because it holds 8 shades. And then this one is a 27 palette because it holds 27 shades. And obviously the eyeshadows are half size, so it would be more of those. But anyways, you customize your whole entire palette. It's really, really cool. It's a fun makeup system, and it's really novel and really new. It's kind of cool. Yeah. So what I was saying was if you go to, don't you need my address to send? Janice, when you get a color match, I'll have you I'll send you a shopping list. And when you view your shopping list, I'll send you a shopping list. It'll have you create a customer account. You open the shopping list and you add from the shopping list I send you with all of my recommended shades. You add those to your cart, only the ones that you want. You don't have to add everything. I recommend like my favorite brushes for you. So for like mature ladies that have more texture and more lines and wrinkles, I will recommend a dense brush like this one. For younger ladies, I might recommend a more fluffy brush. And so whatever I send you, the shopping list that I create for you, you decide from that. And then you can obviously buy whatever you want. Like, it's your money. Those are just recommendations for shades to get you started. So once you create your customer account and you go to purchase, Everything is done through the company. I don't have to hold any inventory. It's all done through the company. Really easy peasy, and it's just a seamless transaction. I do want to replace all my products. Do it. It's so cool. Like, you have literally everything. I have 2 foundation colors just because I wear 2 different shades sometimes. A brightening highlight, which is like a concealer, a contour. All these are color correctors for dark spots, pimples, melasma, under eyes. I have a bronzer, an illuminator, which is a highlighter, a setting powder. I have all my favorite lip and cheek shades. I have a lip balm, lip conditioner. I have all my favorite eyeshadows, and this is literally my entire face. And so it's really cool when you replace all of your makeup at once. No more like crazy makeup bag, and it's kind of a cool concept. But if you want to get a free color match, just comment match, and I will get you color matched. The color match is free, and then I'll work with you to help you determine like what you need, what you don't, and yeah, you can just send me a picture, and I can help to color match you that way. I'm pretty good. Hey, Stacy Pizza. I'm pretty good at color matching. Thank you, Allison. You're so nice. I'm pretty good at color matching. It's something that I've gotten really good at. I color match a lot of women. I do over 100 color matches a day, you guys. So I pretty much got it nailed down. But if there's any time that you get a shade that you're not crazy about, or you put it on and you're just like, not crazy about this one, we can swap it out. Like, the company the company has a 30-day money back guarantee. But we can also do shade exchanges. So you can return your makeup, you can return it, you can exchange it, whatever you need, but that's what I'm here to help with. So please rely on me to help you do all of those things. Do it. I just replaced everything and I love this stuff. I'm so glad. Okay, so, thank you. I really do think I'm pretty good at color matching. Like, I mean, I'm only human, so if I get it wrong, like, it's just a picture. I can just go by the picture, but for the most part, I do pretty well. Like, I'm pretty good at it. So, trust me to help. And also, a lot of people ask me about being a Saint artist, and they're like, I just don't want to be a Saint artist because I don't know how to color match. You don't have to color match by yourself. There's a lot of trainings, but also, our team, like my team specifically, we have our own color matching thread. So if someone says, hey, I have this customer and she needs to get color matched, I'm not quite sure what her shade is, we can pop in and kind of give her some guidance on that. And so you will always have help color matching. So if that's something that's holding you back from being an artist, don't. Like, this company is freaking amazing. It's kind of cool. Okay, so I just did my main foundation shade. I kind of dusted it all over. I did a brightening highlight here in the center, and then I did my contour, which you can see is not scary, and it just created so much more dimension, right? So now that I've added this cooler tone, this is where I add the bronzer, and this is where everybody's like, what's the freaking difference in contour and bronzer? Like, I don't get it. I'm about to explain it to you. I'll explain it to you like I'm 5, right? Okay, so contour is cool. You can see that it's cool, gray, more ashy. Bronzer is more like a warm orangish tone, chocolate brown. So the difference is when you have your contour, right, it's kind of in that little, like, under the cheekbone. It's scooping under the cheekbone. The bronzer, the warmth, is going to be sitting on top. So imagine the sun is falling down on you, like bronze from the sun. It's going to fall on the high points. So it's going to fall up here on the high points of your forehead. It's going to fall, hold on, I have a rogue. Is that a rogue? It's just a rogue hair. And the high points of your cheekbones. I want to be an artist, but I'm iffy about buying the pro kit. I want it, but I'm a control freak and need to know the exact. I got you. There's 3 different kits to choose from, so you don't have to get the big kit. But just text me to this number that I pinned. I can help you, I can answer any questions for you, at least help you determine what you might like the best. Anyway, so it was all willy-nilly. So now I'm going to add that bronzer. So you see the cool tone that kind of enhances those shadows, and it looks like a shadow because it's cool. Now I'm going to add that Kiss from the Sun. So again, kind of sweeping into my bronzer, and you see I'm sweeping like it's a powder. I'm sweeping the same way as if it's a powder, and dusting it lightly on the tops of my cheekbones, right? So you see it's like, I want to show you kind of up, I almost said upper close. Up closer, where you can kind of see how it's just melting into my skin. I'm just lightly tapping it. I'm not swirling it into my skin, which I know a lot of people do. But if you can kind of get the concept of lightly sweeping and lightly tapping, look at the warmth that it's adding. Just a little bit of a sun kiss, and it's really, really beautiful the way it just sits on top of your cheekbone. So I still have that cool, see that shadow? That cool ashy tone that creates those shadows, but now I have warmth, like I've been out in the sun, right? And I'm someone who likes a lot of bronzer. You don't have to use a lot. You can use very little. You can use no bronzer. These are customized palettes, so you only add the products that you'll want to use. But a lot of people are like, I don't need bronzer. Then they end up getting the bronzer and they're like, I should have got the bronzer a long time ago because the bronzer is freaking gorgeous. This one's called Bella, and she's like everyone's favorite. Bella is a fan fave. Okay, so top of the cheekbone, high points of the forehead, and just kind of, I don't know, kind of tap that in a little bit. You know what I mean? And so I just kind of sweepy that in. So you see the contour where it's nice and cool here. The bronzer is nice and warm. So that's the difference between the two. And I just think it adds a really nice touch of warmth to the skin where you have this cool. And then if you want a super, super sheer coverage like I was talking about. Oh, yes, I sure can. I'm so sorry, Donnie. I didn't even tell you the colors. I use Sandy for a main shade. When I use a fuller, kind of heavier coverage, I use Amber down here on my beard area to kind of match my neck a little better. I use Linen. Linen is the color I use right here in the T-zone to kind of brighten that area and bring the brightness right to my eyes. And I bring it across this way and kind of down the center of my face. Bella bronzer, Sandy main shade. Yes. And then Olive for contour. So Olive is the shade that I'm using to create the shadows. Bella bronzer, Sandy foundation, Linen. And then the Shape brush is the one that I just use kind of all over. If you use this big fluffy brush, like this is the Mackenzie Jean, Lord Jesus help us. The blush and bronzer brush. And you kind of sweep this all over. You can use this to get a little bit more of a sheer coverage. You can also use this to apply your makeup if you want super, super sheer. This is the fluffiest one, and that's going to give you the most sheer coverage. Now this alcohol, I quit. I give up. I can't talk. This makeup is alcohol free. So there's no alcohols in it, which means it's not going to dry up on your skin, right? So instead of using like a liquid foundation where you put it on and then it has to evaporate, so it has alcohols in it, but it's also drying your skin. And so you'll notice when you use this makeup, your skin feels more hydrated even when you take off your makeup, because it just reintroduces hydration to your skin all day, which is like the key ingredient for like staying youthful looking, right? So it gives you this really beautiful youthful glow without being like super crazy or cakey. And so that's one thing I really like about this makeup, especially for mature skin. If you have mature skin and you are like, I don't know, like, can I use this makeup for mature skin? Yes. Also, alternatively, it's great for our younger gals, because if you remember 8th grade, like we were slamming on makeup like it's going out of style, right? And we were like just piling it on. And that's what we learned in 8th grade, like to put on this crazy makeup. And so today, like instead of jamming on a bunch of makeup, this is a great way to show young women that you don't need a bunch of makeup. Like this makeup is highly pigmented, so you need very little. So you can get a really beautiful full coverage look without actually shoving on a whole bunch of product onto your face. And so it's really cool. And with the mature ladies, you can use these really beautiful shades without, putting a whole bunch of product in those. I feel like the couple times I've tried it, I broke out. Any tips? That's a really good question. This makeup is made with beeswax. So beeswax, I don't know if you know anything about beeswax. You can go on the Google machine. It'll tell you everything. Beeswax has a lot of healing properties, and beeswax is notoriously known for not clogging pores and not causing breakouts. It's known for like, it's just actually the opposite. So a lot of times when you try a new makeup like this, or just anytime you try something new on your skin goes through like this purging stage where it's like, I don't know what's going on. And it just like starts like purging everything. And that's when the breakouts come. So whenever, and it doesn't happen to everybody, but it does happen. After about a week or so, your skin will clear up and you will never see a break. Not never, like obviously I get my period and I break out, but you know what I mean? Your skin will clear up and you will see far less breakouts. If your skin is oily, it will be normal. If your skin is dry, it will feel more normal, more moisturized. And so I think that's a big selling point with this makeup. If you go in my beauty group on Facebook, it's called Freedom in Beauty VIP. There's so many women there who will tell you, I think there's over 10,000 women in that group. And I love it there because they will be honest with you. They will tell you what they like, what they don't like. And I feel like they are the best representatives. Like I can say so much, but I sell the makeup. So I kind of feel like, I would want evidence too. I'm a private investigator. Like I want to investigate more. So if you want more information on that, just ask the girls in my beauty group. They will be 100% honest with you. I waited in between because I was scared. Yeah. If you like, I hate to say that because like, oh, you're breaking out, like keep using it. That means it's working. Like that sounds ridiculous. That sounds stupid, right? But it's true. Like that's just your skin purging. Beeswax is really good for your skin. Go Google, you'll see. And when you look at the ingredients in this, like you'll see beeswax. It's really, really healing for your skin. I keep feeling like there's more bronzer on this side than this side, than this side. So I keep trying to even it out because I have OCD. I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. Oh, you're so welcome. Do you use eyeshadow for eyeliner? Totally. Oh, I was going to do a video on that. Oh, you're welcome, Chrissy. Thank you so much. You can totally do any color eyeshadow for eyeliner, and it works really, really well. The brush that I would use for that is either the multitasker. It has this kind of like pointed small end, or this line brush right here. This line, it has that flat angle brush. Also, hold on. There's a new brush they just released that I keep forgetting about. This is the etch brush. So the etch brush has this flat end right here where it's, it's kind of flat, a little bit dense, but it also has this nice dense curved end, but still really narrow. These are great options for using the eyeshadow as eyeliner. And there's also a cream eyeliner called Black Friday that a lot of people really, really like. So I recommend trying. And also you can use your eyeshadows to fill in your brows. I don't know if y'all knew that. Fun tip. Okay. So I've used my foundation, my concealer, my contour, my bronzer. Now I'm going to use a blush. And when I tell you these will last you 100,000 years, they will. Like you will never, if you're someone who uses them, you'll probably run out of them quicker. But these will last you a long time because they are, number one, the creams are so pigmented, but number two, you just, the way that you apply it in such a small area, it's so pigmented and it's really, really gorgeous. Someone asked about grape. I don't know if the grape is still for sale on the website, but if it is, go get it if you haven't, because it's to die for. One of my favorites is nude. It's always been my favorite. I've been trying to go back to all these other colors and I always go back to nude. Super, super light application, like super light, tapping into it like really lightly. And I put this on the backs of my cheekbones. I have another rogue hair. On the backs of my cheekbones, and then just kind of tap this. Thank you. If you just tap this on the back of your cheekbones, it'll give you a lift, right? So you'll have that really beautiful kind of feminine pinkish tone, whatever tone you choose, and it just adds the color. You can add it a little bit heavier and go as heavy or as light as you want. So I'll do it a little bit heavier on this side. And you see how just a teeny tiny bit goes such a long way. See how pretty that is? Gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. So this is a little bit heavier. This one's a little bit lighter. Black cherry. Okay, y'all be flipping out. When I recommend black cherry, everybody goes nuts. They're like, I'm not wearing that. So this is black cherry. Literally the darkest color on the freaking website. This is black cherry. So when you apply it as a blush, right? I want you to see. That's black cherry on the lips. But when you apply it as a blush, where's my brush at? and you like blend it in, that's black cherry. So when you see this super black color on the website and you're like, why on like heavens to Betsy, why would she, where's my little wipey thing? Why would she recommend this color to me? It's because it's literally one of the most gorgeous ones. So when I say black cherry, don't be like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. She's high as a kite. She's off her rocker. It's because it's pretty. And also, I cannot have my customers running around all willy-nilly looking crazy because it's bad for business. So trust me. Oh my gosh, your questions aren't dumb. We're here for beauty stuff, girl. You can ask all the questions you want. Anybody can. That's what's great about this community of women. Like, we're all here together. Don't, girl, please. Your questions are just as valid as anyone else. Okay, so now I've applied like all these colors and I have all this dimension, right? This is the way I like to wear my makeup. If you don't like it like this, don't apply it. Like, totally do it however you want. This is just like a demonstration of how I like to apply it. Same shape brush, the smaller end, and I want to show you how you can use the same brush to do your whole face. You don't have to use multiple brushes. If you see me using multiple brushes, it's because number one, I prefer it. I just like that they all do different jobs. Number two, I sell this makeup and the brushes, so I like to demonstrate how they all kind of work just to give you an idea. You need some merge. I know. What happens if we don't use setting powder and only spray? You can totally do that too. It's the reason, I'll show you why I like setting powder. I'm going to use this, and you see the super dark colors on my white setting powder. Told you it doesn't transfer. It's magic. It's not all those dark colors. They just don't transfer. I put my setting powder right here. I like the youthful glow that the cream makeup gives all over the rest of my face. I don't prefer the mattified powder look. If you do, by all means, dust your setting powder all over. Like, go nuts, girl. Go off. But for me, I like it right here in the T-zone because this is going to control oil, set my makeup right here, and it adds a little bit more brightness. I'm just like enhancing where I applied that brightening highlight, but also it gives that filtered, blurred kind of look, right? Willy-nilly is like a word in the dictionary. If it's not, it should be. That's a legit word. So this setting powder, as you can see, just kind of gives that mattifying look. It takes away the shine just right there, but look at the glow everywhere else. It's not even like a shine. It's just a glow. And this is called Vanilla Dust. This is the Saint's only setting powder. So this is a translucent setting powder. It'll work with any skin tone. It's really, really pretty. Another way you can use this, if you want to use it on your whole face, just use a blush and bronzer brush. See how it picked up quite a bit? And lightly tap it all over if you like a more matte look. So this is totally preference. Do it however you want. I'm not your mama. Like, literally, girl, I always say, if like it doesn't, I hate one of the reasons I'm Freedom Barbie. Number one, my birthday is July 4th. But number two is because I feel like we should have the freedom to decide what's beautiful, right? Instead of other people telling us what's beautiful. And so if you feel beautiful, it doesn't matter what the makeup experts say, it doesn't matter what the rules of makeup are. If your confidence walks into a room before your makeup does. So if you feel confident and you feel beautiful, no one's going to notice that your makeup looks crazy. All they're going to notice is your confidence. And so that's why I'm like, do what works for you. Does it crease or settle in expression lines? No. So I was saying earlier, this makeup is actually for great for mature skin, textured skin, anyone with very visible pores, lines, things like that, because it does not settle. However, in those areas, I would recommend using a more dense brush and pressing your makeup in, as opposed to something where it's more fluffy. And I wouldn't sweep over like lines and texture. I would press the makeup in. So you'll notice if like I've done some mature skin makeup tutorials you'll see them on my videos on my, what's this called? Instagram. You'll notice I use a more dense brush, usually around those lines and textured areas. You just press it in. It does not settle. You have to use very, very, very little product because it's very, very pigmented. So there's just not enough makeup to be like settling and caking and being all weird and gross. So if you're new to cream makeup, at first, when most people get this makeup, they apply way too much because that's what we're trying to apply it like a liquid, right? It's what we're used to. But then when you discover that like one little finger swipe like this will cover this whole entire area just by like blending it in, and this will cover probably this whole half of my face, you start to see how little you need, and then you're like, oh, like I don't need very much at all. Can you use Drift as an illuminator? Yes, that is my go-to illuminator. So Drift is an eyeshadow. Drift is a champagne kind of shimmery eyeshadow. I like to use this as an illuminator because I think it's really pretty. So this is obviously a powder. So I will take this with my, it doesn't, see, still white because it doesn't transfer. And then I just kind of sweep this on the tops of my cheekbones and look. See how it catches the light? It's even prettier in sunlight. So you can use, oh, thank you so much, Patricia. You're so sweet. You can use a cream illuminator or a powder, and it'll give you that really beautiful, like, just, oh my gosh, it's so freaking pretty. Like, you can use it light, you can use it heavy, and it's freaking gorgeous. My Drift eyeshadow, I usually use in the inner corners of my eyes. So like, hold on, where's my brush with the doohickey on the standby? This one. This is the eyeshadow brush, and on the end it has like that round kind of dense dome end. I can't talk. Put it in the Drift, kind of get it really good in there with that little dent. See how it's all caked on there? I love it. And then I just press it right here on my inner corners of my eyes. And this will, you can use this alone or with a really beautiful eyeshadow look. And oh my darling, you will be like, that's amazing. And it's so pretty. It just makes everything pop. Words are hard. They really are. Words are hard. Okay. So see how you can use Drift here and as illuminator. And then I usually finish my look by doing this. And then here, like an exclamation point down my nose. A lot of people are like, why do you put the white dot on your nose? Because I can. Because you're not the boss of me. No, actually, that's a little bit a lot. But whatever, like, do it. The lights are also really bright. But I really think that, like, out in, like, the world where you don't have all these lights, like, shining on you, it actually just, and it just picks up that light really nice and subtly and really pretty. And so another place I like to put the Drift eyeshadow or the illuminator is right here on the Cupid's bow. And it just kind of catches it just right. So whatever. Yes, thank you. Dating Detectives, it's probably Hannah or Molly. I don't know. One of them is on, if you guys aren't listening to the Dating Detectives, by the way, that's my podcast. Go listen to it. It's called Dating Detectives. It's called The Dating Detectives. And by the way, oh, I forgot to make a video on this. The Dating Detectives, for the second time this year, are being featured on Spotify in the editor's pick for true crime. And we're getting like our own personal like banner, our own personalized like banner for like whatever. So the Dating Detectives is kind of a big deal. I'm kind of a big deal in the Dating Detective. I'm just kidding. But no, Dating Detectives is doing really well. So if you are a listener, thank you so much, because we are having so much fun with it. And if you didn't listen to like, the most recent episode, the OnlyFans pimp episode, it's actually like, this is legit like sex trafficking 100%. Like it's awful. And so I feel like by bringing those topics to light, I feel like these people are, they're being given a platform to like share their story. And what's happening is they're sharing their story about all these crazy things happening. And then more people, like in some of these cases, more women are coming forward and saying, oh my gosh, I know this person. And so whenever you have a case that's really sensitive like that, and then you don't get banned for saying pimp, don't put that in the universe. TikTok banned me because I said baby daddy, because that was the one on January 1st. That was the title was baby daddy, and TikTok was like, you're banned because you're doing sexual activity. I said, no, not, it's fine. Anyways, so the OnlyFans Pimp is the most recent episode. There's a part 2 coming out on Monday. It's just crazy, like with when all these, with such a sensitive topic, when other people come forward, it can really, like, you know, it can really bolster a claim, and really it brings these people together in a way that, you know, they don't have to feel victimized anymore. And it just, like, these people sharing their story gives a safe place for other people, other women, other people, other victims to feel safe and heard and a little bit less alone. So if you listen to the podcast, thank you so much. You can listen to it for free anytime. You can also join our Patreon. It's like $5 a month. You get like 2 bonus episodes, and hopefully we'll have some merch coming out soon. Anyway, so that's one of them, is on the Dating Detectives Instagram. I love it. We're a great group. I love those girls. Okay, so basically that's your whole makeup in one special place. Someone also asked about filling in your brows with eyeshadow. And I know we talked about the eyeshadow as eyeliner, but you can also fill in your brows. So this one is the one I would recommend for exactly other people falling into the trap. Absolutely. Like it is. And well, the thing with this girl was, if you listen to the episode, the guy was much older than her. So she was being groomed, and she's much younger. So of course, like, she kind of is maybe a little bit more gullible at that age. Like you have a tendency to, like, you don't, once, the more experience you have, the more you're able to kind of, you know, hone in on those instincts and be like, something isn't right. But when you're still young, like, it's easy to trust. It's easy to trust people. And so, you know, that's where you really fall into these dangerous situations, and that's what people take advantage of. Do you have an Amazon storefront for non-Saint skincare? Yes, I do. Brooke, I'll send you the link to my Amazon storefront if you want. It has all my favorites. All my faves. Yes, that's exactly how it happens. So if you haven't listened, go listen. And then the episode the week before was about the mama getting with the daughter's husband. Like, what, how, and it's true, like, this, there was, you guys, like, the stories these people have, these things that these people have gone through, you're like, there's no way. And it's absolutely, like, verified, like, it's true, like, there's no, I just can't believe it. Anyways, okay, filling in your brows with eyeshadow, you can totally do that. There's several shades here. I would probably typically use something like, you think my eyebrows wouldn't need something this light, but if you use something a little bit lighter and just kind of fill in, this is probably not the right shade. I probably need like Oak or Trust or something a little cooler. But anyways, you just kind of tap in there with this, this is a stiff flat angle brush. And you can kind of tap in that color where you need to fill it in. So yes, that is an option. However, full disclosure, I prefer to use the Benefit products for filling in my brows. Monsters look just like real people. I love that y'all are shedding light on that by letting these people share their stories. Yes, the monsters look just like real people. It's true. It's very, very true, which is very sad. So I like to fill in my brows with the Benefit brow products. I know that there are like brow options, like you can use your contour, like you can use all these things, but Benefit is my go-to for brow. I just love it. I go to the Benefit Brow Bar at Ulta, like it's my jazz. This one is my favorite. This is the Precisely My Brow Pencil, and then the Goof Proof Brow Pencil. That's my absolute favorite from my favorites. I just correct that, from their line. And this is cool because you can just like kind of pencil in where it's a little bit more sparse, and it really, really is user friendly and you can't mess it up. And like the Goof Proof brow pencil is my absolute favorite, right? But then for so many years I used it, and then I was like, this stuff is foolproof, like it is goof proof. And then I was like, the literal name of it is Goof Proof brow pencil, and I was like, I am a complete dumb. Like I didn't even, it's literally called Goof Proof, and I was like, this stuff is idiot proof. I'm an idiot. It's fine. It's me. I'm the idiot. But I really like these. I think I like the formula of the pencil the most. Like it's very, like it's obviously like a cream, but it's not super thick and it's not super like wet. You know what I mean? Like it's very, just the formula is really, it makes it easy for like just sweeping on really lightly. I can't talk tonight, you guys. I'm dying. Question about the podcast. If you submit a story, do you get back to us right away? Naomi, that's a good question. Thank you for asking that. So if you submit a story and we don't get back to you right away, it's usually because we have hundreds of stories that have come in. And so Molly is our producer and she's just one person. And she's the one who kind of goes through and, looks at the stories and then tries to create a timeline for recording and stuff like that. So if we do not get back to your reply right away, it's just because of the volume. But if there is something specific, like if you want, just message me directly and be like, hey, I kind of want to know if you can do this sooner or whatever. And then I can send it over and say, hey, let's take a look at this one or whatever. Is it insane? No, this is from Benefit. You can get these at Ulta. They're also on my Amazon storefront. I think I remember that they're cheaper on the Amazon storefront, but I don't remember why. I don't think I ever learned why they were. But anyways, if they're not, then they're not. But I'll send you the Amazon storefront link just in case. My ear itches. If your ear itches, does that mean you're getting money? No, that's your palm, right? What does it mean if your ear itches? Someone talking about you? I hope it's nice. Or someone, what is it when your nose itches? Or when what is the one? Oh, yay, Susan. Don't worry. I will make sure that you get everything that you need. Oh, Naomi, I'll message you just to make sure that it's, make sure you send it to the right email because don't forget the other eyebrow. Cassie, you hush. I'm getting there. That would be me to forget the other eyebrow. It's investigate@thedatingdetectivespodcast.com. I think that's the right one. I never know. By the end of the episode, I'm like, Hannah, just do that because she has it written down and I don't. And so I'm pretty sure that's it. Ruth, the baby. Nose itching is your expecting company. Oh, well, I do have my son has, he's 9 and he has two little friends, 2 little boys that are staying the night tonight with him. And so maybe it's not. Left hand is money. Right hand is meeting someone new. Ears are someone is talking about you. Oh, okay. Are you still doing PI work? My friend met a man 7 weeks ago and he's already proposing. I feel like we need some keyboard. 7 weeks? I don't know. Is that... Oh, that would be a good topic for Gloria. Send into the... Now my other ear itches. Now 2 people are talking about me. Send that into the podcast because we are like... Actually, hold on. I'm just going to screenshot that. I'm going to send it to Molly because that might be a good, like, is this a red flag episode for the Patreon? Like, is this a red flag? Yes or no? Thanks, Elizabeth. Thank you for being here and popping on. Oh, by the way, did you guys see my giveaway thing that I'm doing? Thank you so much. I'm so glad you're here. Lou Divine Boots. Is that Lou Divine? Is that it? I don't know what that says. I'm sorry. My husband moved states after 2 multi-day meets. Oh, so okay, good for you, Cassie. Okay, so y'all locked it down. He said, let's make this legit. Yeah, so if you go to, I think it's the most recent reel that I posted, and I was talking about a giveaway. So I have a lot of beauty products, right? From like companies send me stuff, and I also have stuff from like beauty boxes, but I also do a lot of like, I get a lot of gifted stuff, but also I get a lot of stuff in beauty boxes and, like stuff that I'll purchase, but I'll be like, I decide not to use it or whatever. So I'm a beauty product whore. Okay. I'll just say it. And so I have tons of beauty stuff that I don't make, like I don't give away like used stuff. Like it's all new. But it's just a bunch of stuff that I've collected over time. And it's like, this should go to like people that actually could use the products or whatever. And they're actually good products that either I like or that I have like just accumulated over the last couple months or whatever. So anyways, I like to take that opportunity to do a giveaway and put it to good use. And so I don't know. I feel like I'll be completely honest, like complete transparency. I'm in direct sales, right? And it's kind of uncomfortable because I don't want to be in sales, but like, this makeup, I'm very passionate about this makeup, right? And this, like how it's made me feel and how it makes other people feel. And so I feel like by giving is my love language to begin with, but like when I do giveaways, a lot of people might say like, oh, that's just to help you make sales. Like, well, yeah, like by doing a giveaway, you're basically showing appreciation and you're honoring the people that are like supporting you in your business and whatever. So it's kind of like a way for me to, I don't know, just kind of acknowledge the people that are following you and that purchase from you and that are supporting you in your journey. Like even people who don't purchase from you, like they're still watching your stuff and they're still supporting you and they still share. And so that's why I like to do the giveaways where it's like no purchase required. It's just like, hey, like if you're sharing my stuff, like, and you're saying, hey, I'll participate, I'll share, I'll share with whoever, like I'll tag a friend or whatever, you're helping my business. And in return, like, I feel like it's kind of nice if you can like, that's why in my beauty group on Facebook, I do a lot of Saint giveaways. Saint is the makeup that I sell, right? So that's this one compact stuff. And so the company as an artist, they give me a bunch of, like, they'll give their artists, you get like $500 in free makeup every single month. And so I'm not going to use all that. And so why not share it with my customers? And so that's why I like to do the giveaways, because I know what it's like to when you win something and it's really special and it's exciting. And I don't know, it just it's a way to give back. Like, what do you do? And it's fun for me because I love giving. Like, that's just my love language. You're not alone. Yeah, so the mystery swag bag, I have done so the mystery swag bag, the beauty giveaway that I'm doing, there's 3 bags full of beauty products from all different brands, all different products that are beauty that I just love, and that I actually made a mistake earlier and somebody corrected me. I don't know if you saw my story, but I said, this is how I connect with women, is with this beauty stuff and makeup stuff. And this guy messaged me and he's like, excuse me, like there are some dudes here. We like makeup and beauty too. So you're kind of, it's really uninviting. Like you're leaving a bunch of us out. And I was like, oh my gosh, she's so right. And so it's like anyone, I don't care. Anyone can participate. Men, women, I don't care. Goo hoarder. What's a goo hoarder? His wife passed away 6 years ago and he has 2 kids and he's nice, but my friend has 4 kids and I want them to be safe. I see. I'm personally not doing PR. Like I can't possibly take on another case right now. Like it'll be too much. Your makeup looks so pretty and mine looks so bland when I use Saint. So you could be so the idea if you're saying bland, I'm hearing all one color, like it doesn't look dimensional. Is that what I'm hearing? Because if that's the case, then I can help with that, because sometimes you're either using the wrong shades or over blending the right shades or not using enough shades or whatever. So that's something I can totally help with. But anyways, if you do need a PI, I can help you find one. If you're in Florida, I have a huge network of PIs in Florida. If you're outside of Florida, I can recommend to you finding your state's association for licensed investigators. So in Florida, it's Florida Association of Licensed Investigators. Find that for your state and look, that's where you're going to find the most reputable investigators. Your brown looks better. You probably do overblend. Will you text me? I'll be happy to help and help you determine like how to get more dimension from your makeup or whatever. That stuff I can totally help with that stuff, you guys. Please just text me and let me know what I can do to help y'all. I would really love it if you trust me to help y'all. Anyways, get a free color match. You can comment match here in these comments and I'll get you the color match link, or you can just text me. Send a carrier pigeon. I always say that because it's true. Like literally whatever you need, I got you. So just send me a DM or whatever you need and I'll be happy to help. Anyways, I have a Zoom meeting with my Saint team tonight, so I'm going to go hop on that. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Happy pre-Friday. Tomorrow's going to be amazing and it's going to be a great weekend. And I love you guys so much and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.